Hi, Tina Sonia here. Today I want to talk to you about our limiting beliefs and how they can stop us from living our dream lives. I posted earlier about one of my clients who believed for, I can't remember if it was over 45 years. He thought he was stupid because somebody told him he was stupid. So, an incident had happened at school, and this teacher had told him that he was stupid, and he believed her. This incident, hi Vicky, this incident was implanted in his brain, and he just kept repeating to himself subconsciously at this point, 45 plus years later, that he was stupid. So whenever he would try something, it would either backfire or he would have to try and try and try in order to make it happen. So this guy had never graduated high school and he wanted his GED. And he took, I think he, I'm not sure if I remember correctly, but it was like a few tries before he did finally get his certification. But if he would have had a different belief, the belief that I am smart or that I am capable or that I can do anything, not the belief of I am stupid, which was implanted, he literally thought, hi Jade, that he was stupid. So if he would have been brought up in the way of believing in himself and believing that anything is possible, his life would have been totally different. So he came in to work with me and he's like, I can't read that book. I'm like, why not? He's like, well, I'm not that smart. I'm like, who said? And that's how it started. We started digging and it came to this situation. And there was multiple other situations that had happened as well. But this point, and we were able to reverse it in no time at all. So when he left that day, he left with the book Think and Grow Rich. And if you guys have read this book, it is not the easiest read. It is not the easiest read at all. He read the book in a week. He came back for his next session. He's like, I finished the book. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, I finished the book. And I'm like, okay, so what was it about? He's like, oh, it's about this, this, this. And I'm like, do you realize what just happened? Do you realize what happened? You started it but not finished it in audio. It's a hard listen and a hard read. It is. I find I'm like, okay, so I don't know what it is, but maybe I should change my belief. It's an easy read. See? See, I'm saying it's a hard read. But I have read it, and I think I read it twice. But I have like three different copies, and I just dug up one of the copies yesterday. Three, well, I dug up all of them, but one of the copies, the red, I think it's red and black one, is the one they tell you to read. And I had the small, um, the white cover one, and they say to read the other one. Anyway, but it's just like, yeah, he read the book. He read the book in a week and understood it. He went on to read about quantum physics and like he took off. He actually wrote and published a book while we were working. He uh, he had started writing the book a few years prior, and with all my clients, I encourage them to finish projects that they have started because they are leaks. And this is bringing up so many things for me right now because I'm like, I have, I used to have a huge craft room because I love uh, doing crafts, making crafts, and starting any type. Like last year, I took up watercolor because I never want to believe that I am not smart enough to do anything. It's amazing how powerful our mind is, and we don't give it. You're so right. We don't give it enough credit. I mean, look at thoughts that you were thinking, and now you're like, why was I even thinking that? It wasn't even true. It wasn't even true. It brings me back to this guy and how much he changed his life in a short amount of time. Very short amount of time. He lost 20 pounds, gained strength because he was losing his strength, he said. He used to get up in the morning, moaning and groaning. He could barely put his socks on. And in a short amount of time, working with me, he didn't have aches and pains. He totally changed his life. Totally. And it's all pretty well in your limiting beliefs. I did tell him what foods he was able to absorb because I have this gift as well that I can scan your body and tell you which foods you are absorbing and which foods you are not absorbing. He was taking these expensive vitamins and I'm like, you're basically just wasting your money because they're not absorbing in your body whatsoever. So with that, we changed his what he was eating because I hate the word diet. So we changed what he was eating, and he was able to change that as well. So it's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. And one thing about working with me is my clients no longer suffer from any aches and pains because they know how to connect to themselves. One client was moving furniture and a table, a wooden table, like a kitchen dining room table, fell on his feet because the when he picked it up, the leaf dropped. Like half of the table dropped on his foot, and didn't even bruise or anything because we did a healing right away. It's pretty amazing. So our limiting beliefs can be exactly that. They can be, I don't. Hey, I know, right? Ouch. It was, oh, I just went ouch when he explained it and we were able to heal it. But yeah, that's our limiting beliefs because I have the belief that anything and everything can be healed. That's my belief. Anything and everything can be healed because 5 years ago, yesterday, day before, we're the 13th. 2 days ago, 5 years ago, I was in an accident. I hit another vehicle and I suffered a concussion. And knowing what I know, I did go to the hospital, ambulance, and all that fun stuff. Came home and wore the sunglasses and played victim basically. And I was like, I have a concussion. And then I'm like, Tina, do you know who you are? And I was like, oh, yeah. What are you doing? Oh, oh, I can heal this. So I went in the bedroom and I laid down and I healed my concussion in like, I think it was like 3 minutes. I still remember to this day. I remember going in and doing the healing or receiving the healing because I'm just a channel, right? So receiving the healing and coming back out and I'm like, okay, let's go shopping. And my husband was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go. And he was like, don't you have a concussion? I'm like, oh, yeah, do you remember who I am? Do you remember what I do? Yeah, I'm a channel, so the concussion is gone and we're going shopping. So, yeah, we're so different as adults than we were when we were kids, and anything was right? Anything we thought, anything and everything was possible. We thought we could fly. We thought that we could be anything, whether it was an animal or people, inanimate objects. I don't know. I remember one of my daughters wanting to be a dog. Um, but yeah, like we have been programmed to believe that we're not capable of anything. And it's not true. We're capable of so much more. And I mean, what potential have we tapped into this much? This much? Like, seriously, though, right? There's so much unlimited potential. Shay, you probably have stories like this. Stories of limiting beliefs and stories of people healing, and I'm sure you do. It's just, the more that I'm sitting here, the more things are coming to my mind of, where are you stopping yourself? Like, where are you stopping yourself? I know things are coming up for me. Anybody want to talk about it? A belief that you have, because I talked to Shay about this. Shay had a post up about, um, hi Tammy. Shay had a post about what was it about? What limiting belief do you think is holding you back? And I had posted something because we always do. We're always working through this. Always. It doesn't matter who we are or what stage in life that we're at. We're always working through this. We're always looking at, why do I think this thought, or why am I thinking this is not possible for me? Or am I thinking this is possible for me and then it's not happening? So what's stopping me from achieving this? What thought is stopping me from achieving this? Because Vicky and I were talking this morning, and why do we give our power to someone else who tells us we aren't worthy enough versus listening to ourselves and what we know we are capable of? Because we've been told that, why do we give our power to someone else who tells us we aren't worthy enough versus listening to, because it's safer. That's what I just got. Because we think it's safer. Our brain thinks that's the safest route. Because we've been taught that people outside of us have more power than we do. Sound familiar? Our parents, they teach us everything, right? They teach us what, okay, the stove is hot, don't touch the stove, right? But yet they put their stuff onto us. As in, believe me, I know better. Yeah, makes sense. So we grow up with our parents' limiting beliefs. We grow up with our grandparents and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, right? So until we start doing the work, it does, because our parents didn't do the work. Our grandparents definitely didn't do the work. So we have to clear all that generational stuff. Yes, it goes back to still living. Hi, Diana. Still living the child version of ourselves. Exactly. It comes back to, who am I trusting with my life? Oh, this is good. I should have a pen and paper. Who am I trusting with my life? Who am I trusting with my decisions? Vicky, this one should touch a nerve. Who am I trusting with my decisions? Because it definitely, yeah. So Vicky and I were talking this morning about some stuff that we're going through. If you guys don't know who Vicky is, go search her up, because Vicky is a YouTube expert. Yeah, that's what it is. Hi, Annika. That's what it is. And you're welcome. And I think that was a big one for me too, because as I'm saying it, I'm going, hmm. Because we can always learn something, always. But when you realize that you're living the life for somebody else, you're giving your power away to that person or those people. Let's say that you're afraid to do something Like this particular client, again, was afraid to talk to women, and we found out the root cause. And now he's not afraid to talk to anybody. But where are you afraid to do something? Because you think that, oh, so and so won't like it, or so and so was going to say something about it. And this is coming up for a reason for somebody, and um, I'm not sure who it's for. If I do this, this person is not going to like it. If I, um, okay, let's look at showing up live. I show up live, uh, and it doesn't bother me. But the first time I showed up live, I was like, "Oh my god, people are gonna make fun of me." So who was I showing up live for, or who was I not showing up live for? Because I was letting those people, right? Because there's always those people. Well, those people are going to think that I'm this, that, and your thing. It's like, who cares? Showing up live for other people, not showing up for yourself. Exactly, exactly. And how many times have I showed up live this year? Not much. A little bit more than last year, I do believe. Because I did have a spell that I did show up live. Because I was doing a 30-day challenge. So I'm inviting you to challenge your beliefs. I'm inviting you to look at your beliefs. So pick a goal, whatever that goal is, whether it's money, whether it's confidence, whether it's um, accomplishing something that you've been wanting to accomplish. It's been years. So I invite you to look at this goal. So write it down. This is my goal. And then next question is, why do I think I can't achieve this goal? Because if you thought you could achieve the goal, it would already be done, right? Next is, what do I think is stopping me from achieving this goal? Do I think that somebody else is stopping me from achieving this goal, or do I think it's myself? And then I want you to look at, what can you do to start achieving this goal? Because you can start today. Whether it's going on a trip of a lifetime, let's say, put $5 aside, make a savings account. Savings account. Hi, Kay. Savings account. Put Hawaii. I don't know where you're going, but put trip where you're going. Start with putting $5 in there. Start. Why don't you think you can achieve it? I know, that's what I was just saying. I was just saying that I haven't shown up live in a while. What's wrong? Ovra. There's a hawk watching one of my dogs. The what? No, not now. We have bald eagles and hawks around here, and my dog is only supposed to be like 4 pounds, but he's like 7 pounds. Hawk. Hawk. If there was a hog, I haven't seen one of those around here in a while. But there's probably wild hogs around somewhere. Hmm. So, our limiting beliefs are one of the things, the biggest things, stopping us from living our life. I have wild hogs in Texas. Hey, Audrey. You have wild hogs in Texas? That's interesting. We probably have wild hogs too somewhere. I'm not sure. Do you know, Annika? I don't know either. I don't know either. So, our limiting beliefs combined with fear, because fear isn't real, right? You all know that. You do have. That is so weird. But, I mean, every place has something different. We have bobcats, which kill our animals. We have, well, hawks and bald eagles, and bears, deer, quoi? Coyotes. Yeah. So we have, an extent a lot of wild animals. But I mean, nothing's gonna really go after you. Yeah, coyotes. You have coyotes, Vicky. Really? Hi, Nadine. So we're talking about limiting beliefs. I had a goal for an epic project, but I kind of stopped because I kept thinking I wasn't good enough to do it or finish it. But I know that those thoughts keep coming from what I. You have elk, Madeline. But I know those thoughts keep coming from what I heard all my life. Yes, Diana, this whole thing is about reprogramming those thoughts that we've heard all our lives. Like, you are so stupid. You are, uh, you're the pretty one, not the smart one. You are, you're never going to learn this. Why would you even want to do that? Why would you want to do this? You're not smart enough to do that. Um, I'm sure that you have a list, and looking at those lists, write them down. And one of my teachers used to say, can you go to a court of law and can you prove these thoughts are true? No, because we have evidence. We're still alive today. We have evidence that we have accomplished great things. So no, those thoughts aren't real. They're just thoughts that people have put into our heads. Meaning well, I want to say meaning well, but they weren't always meaning well. Our parents did the best that they could with what they knew, right? Or hope we hope, excuse, get confused there. We hope that they tried their best. We do. We really hope they tried their best. Whether they were drunks, alcoholics, druggies, whatever they were, that was their thing. Now we are adults and we get to choose the thoughts that we want to think. We get to reprogram those. We get to look at, do I really think I'm stupid? Well, some days I probably don't think I'm too smart. When I try and put something in the fridge that doesn't belong in the fridge, that belongs in the cupboard or something, crazy like that. But does that mean that I'm stupid? No. No, it doesn't. Yeah. Bye.
Leaving.
Okay, love you.
Love you.
Wasn't just a parent, siblings, teacher, etc. Yeah, exactly. Yes, look for your glasses while they're on your head, or look for my phone when I'm recording. That's a good one, right? Oh, I need to do this, and you're like, oh. So, it means you have a blonde moment. I don't think I have a blonde hair on my head. I'm a little bit far from there. I do have sparkles though. You can't see them, but I do have sparkles. Um, I'll never amount to anything. Diana, I challenge you to write that down, and I challenge you to look at everything that you have accomplished. And I want you to look at it as in first, you're still living today. You're not homeless. You have a phone. You have probably internet, cable, whatever. You have electricity. You have food in your house. You wash. You get dressed. Do you know what I mean? Like, I want you to go down to the basics. And I want you to look at everything that you have accomplished. Because we've all accomplished something. You know, you've birthed a child and you've raised her and she's an amazing adult. Those are things that we should be proud of. I'm super proud of raising my daughters. I am. I'm super proud. I'm super proud because they're amazing adults. Well, young adults, but they're amazing women. And that goes on my accomplished list. Things that I'm super proud of. Things that I do. I wish things were different? Yeah, of course I do. Because I know way more now than I did then. Holy crap. Yes, exactly, Vicky. Raising my two daughters is one of the things I'm most proud of. Yeah, I am most proud of that. Most proud of. So I challenge you guys to write down those things that people have said to you. Like, I have on my report cards, Tina's a daydreamer. Tina is not finishing her work. Tina's blah, blah. Who gives a flying, you know what? Yes, exactly, Vicky. The only thing I wish I could change is knowing the healing I needed to do so I didn't pass it on to them. Like, for a few years, and sometimes it still hits me, for a few years, uh, I used to cry myself to sleep because I would wish that things were different because of the way that my daughters were raised. And one day I'm like, I'm beating myself up for something that I can't change. I can't change the past. So when um, when, how can I say this? So now, with the relationship that I have with them, I will challenge their beliefs and I will send them little things or little videos or little clips or books. And I will say, if you want to talk about it, I'm here. If I know that this is not the way that you were raised and we can do this. I mean, I would love to go to a retreat and bring all four of them, but good God, like I think about that, and at the same time, I'm like, the work, the work that they would have to do, but I'd be there for them. But I still have my own work to do. I always have work to do. I feel like it's something that there's always layers, and I continue to do the work, and as long as I continue to do the work, they see that I'm doing the work. Like, they come to me with stuff and I'm like, okay, let's work through it. And one thing I will always say is we will figure it out. That's one thing I've always said. I've had conversations with them about it. Now, my oldest daughter is doing the work I'm doing and she's feeling and seeing the benefits. Yeah, I wish that my oldest was, she is doing some of the work, but I haven't introduced her to Shamina's work. So, what was I saying? Yeah, I challenge you to sit there, and I'm going to do the same. What limiting beliefs am I thinking and feeling about today? Like, what? I bought Shamina's book for both of them. That's awesome. Okay. I had bought, what book did I buy? I had bought a book or books, but they're not reading the books. Diana, see, you need a lot of work. So just start. Just start. We all need a lot of work. We're all humans and we're here on this experience and we're learning day by day. We're learning day by day. I can say that I've probably said stuff before and then learned something later and went, oh, my belief changed on that, right? Because we're ever evolving, we're ever changing. Uh, yeah, Vicky, I get that. Yeah. And the thing is, we can't push somebody to do the work, right? I had offered each of my daughters $100 per book that they read. Guess how much money I forked out? None. Because none of them were ready to read the books. None of them were ready to invest the time and energy into reading. So the best thing for me is sending stuff on TikTok now. Gotta love TikTok and all those self help videos. But one thing that happened with them was when I started doing this work, excuse me, and their friends were watching me. Their friends would watch me, and their friends would say, "Your mom, yeah, TikTok is awesome. Your mom is saying this, and your mom is saying that." So that opened up a lot of doors. That opened up a lot of conversations. And actually, their friends would come to me for sessions. So that was awesome. This has been a great conversation. And I just had the thought this morning like, how much are. Yes, they were listening to their friends because at. You remember being a teenager? Your parents don't know shit, but you'll listen to your friends. And their friends were listening to me. So, yeah. Yeah. I've had a few teenagers come to me and I've basically changed their lives. So it's been great. It is great. See how I said that in the past? It's been great. It is great. It is great. I absolutely love doing this work. It's, to me, there's nothing like it. It's just fulfilling. And when you see, yes, exactly, when your kids are ready, they'll come to you. Exactly. Exactly. And I had to accept that, and that was so hard. So hard. Because we want the best. You want the best for everyone. But you can't change someone that doesn't want it. Learn that one too. You can't do the work for someone else. They have to do the work themselves. Because how many times do I wish that somebody else could have done the work for me? How many times? Just heal me, just heal me, right? Tell me what's wrong with me. If only. Oh, shoot. So this was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys found this helpful, I think that was the hawk, like right behind the house. If you found this helpful, please share it with someone or tell them to watch it. Hey, I found this video and it was really helpful. She talked about limiting beliefs and how they can stop us from living our lives, from moving forward, from staying fucking stuck. Excuse my French. Oops. I'm really trying hard not to swear. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm working on it. I'm really working on it. But when I get fired up, it's like it just comes out because I get excited. So yes, this was fun. This was so much fun. And thank you all for joining me today. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, Vicky, do you think I should upload this and put it to YouTube? I used to do that. I haven't put a video on YouTube in a while. Is there a delay? I feel like that. I think you should go live. Oh, I've never gone live on YouTube. I'll have to tell you when I go. I'll have to tell a few people going live on YouTube because I don't want to talk to myself. So that's one thing. I'm going to tell you guys one thing. Okay, there's a delay. I'm going to tell you one thing. When I show up live and I have no audience, it's like the energy's not there. I understand that we all have a message. And when I used to do my, what was it called? Energy readings for the day, it didn't matter. Yeah, it didn't matter. But I would rather interact. And then when I interact, it builds up the energy and I could talk for forever. Look, we've been on for 36 minutes now, but I've not gone live. Excuse me, on YouTube. I don't know who I'm processing for, but it just continues to process. Yes, exactly. I mean, a few years ago, I used to come on and just say, I have this message, and would just start talking. And that was fine. But, like, for stuff like this, I would rather, hi Valerie, I would rather have an audience and talk things through, and hopefully somebody gets a breakthrough. Like, that's like the ultimate, right? Somebody gets a, right? Like Vicky earlier when we talked about, I don't even know what we said, and you said that makes sense, right? It makes sense because when you're living with those limiting beliefs, it's stopping you from moving forward. And unless somebody pinpoints something, you're going to repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and go, why is this not breaking? Was it powerful? I see. I can't even remember what was said, but it was something about to the fact that uh, what was it about? Who are you doing this for? No. Hmm. I don't know. It was something to that effect. But yeah, if you find yourself going in like on the hamster wheel, it was something about how we respond now, but we're stuck in our child self. Okay. I don't know. Anyway, if you find yourself uh, on the hamster wheel, you have a limiting belief. And I know people talk about limiting beliefs to nauseum, right? But it's the truth. It's the truth. It is that just one, usually, just one stupid little sticky, right? So picture a hamster wheel and it has that click, click, click. Ah, okay. And then you remove that little tab and all of a sudden your life changes because you changed that belief. You changed the limiting belief. You took out the part whether it's I'm not going to amount to anything or I'm not good enough. Hey, when I yawn, the hamster wheel is my home, Diana. It is because you don't think you can have something better. Right? I would journal on that today. Let me know how that resonates because that came through like basically screaming at me. She doesn't think she can get anything better. Deserve, deserve. That word is in there. Deserve. Don't you like my cup? I broke the handle. Too strong for my own good. Mm-hmm. Mm. So good. So, Diana, it's time to choose a different belief. So, what we do is choose a different belief and reprogram it. It can be easy. It can be super easy. So, one way that I'm trying to think who the teacher was because I like to give credit is they would make us fuck, I can't remember. They would make us write our limiting beliefs here, and they would make us write the positive of that belief like on the other side of the page, and you focus on the positive ones. You guys know when I yawn that I'm processing, and lately I've been yawning and burping, so I am processing all this, the negative shiz. So look at, um, and a belief is just something that you keep repeating. That's it. As crazy as that sounds, that's it. That's all it is. It's just a belief that we keep repeating in our subconscious mind. Like, uh, I'm not good enough. Well, who said? Who said you weren't good enough? Do I want to believe that, or do I want to choose something better? Yeah. What belief do I want to believe? What do I want to believe? What do I want to believe about myself? This has been a super great conversation. It's been like my mind is going crazy because even though that I do this work, I'm still like, "Oh, there's that confidence piece. Where's that coming from?" That I don't feel confident in showing up as my true authentic self and tell people exactly what I do. So I'm basically broadcasting this right here right now. You're welcome, Vicky. You are welcome. Right? So I'm telling you guys that I have limiting beliefs. Duh. I'm human and I have limiting beliefs. Cuz if I didn't have any, where would I be living? What would I be driving? How much money would I be making? You know? Cuz it's infinite. The air we breathe is infinite. We're not thinking about the air we breathe every day, but we're thinking about finances most of the time. Thanks, Val. Right? We all like, yeah, I've met super confident people. I have. And I'm like, "Oh, how can I get some of that? How can I get some of that confidence?" But it's just by doing the work and showing up. Like doing these videos. To me, this is nothing. But the first time I did them, I thought I was gonna die. Like the sweat. Like the sweat. And when I pressed end, I was like, oh my God, I'm dying. I think I'm gonna die. I think. And I'm still here. But I thought for sure that my life was gonna end. I did. Because it was scary. It was very scary. And then uh 1,000 people watch my videos, 2,000 people watch my videos, and I'm like, holy shit. And then another part of me goes, of course they do, because you have something to say, right? I do have something to say. I have lived quite an interesting life and still do. And of course I have stuff to say. I'm not done. I'm not done. I'm just getting started. I'm just getting started. All right. 444. 44 minutes. I've been on almost 45 minutes. And I thought I was going to be on here for like 20 minutes maybe. So thank you again. I'm going to thank you. And I'm going to take Vicky up on that and I'm going to go live on YouTube. I will let you guys know when I do and I will share my channel because I don't particularly enjoy talking to myself. You need a reboot? I can give you a reboot, Diana. It's I decided to reboot. I barely slept last night and I decided to do a reboot today. So guess what? I'm here. So, Diana, what do you want to do as your reboot? I'm challenging you. Not a boot, yeah. No, I had a whole program. I was telling Vicky today that I had a whole program called Reboot. And it was basically, it was 4 weeks. And it was taking someone that had goals and wanted to accomplish those goals in a very short amount of time. And basically, it was challenging her beliefs. Well, I say her because there's one lady that really kicked ass in it. And at the end of 4 weeks, she accomplished everything that we had set for her in 4 weeks. She wanted more money in her business. She wanted a better relationship with her husband. She wanted her husband to help with the housework because they had 2 or 3 kids and she was pregnant and I'm not sure when she was due, but she was like really pregnant. And what else was there? Oh, she wanted to bring the kids to Disney. So did I mention 3 or 4 goals? So at the end of 4 weeks, she accomplished all those goals. She didn't go to Disney. She had uh, created the bank account like I had talked earlier, created the bank account, started putting money in it, and had enough money by the end of the 4 weeks to bring the kids to Disney. It was quite the program. We would meet twice a week, and she would message me in between. Like it was really close, a close knit work client relationship, and yeah, she accomplished everything she had set for. It is. I need to share that post. Uh, I should. I actually. I wonder if that's in. I'd have to check. See, I should have a notepad. Yeah, yeah, she did everything because what happens when we work together is we start talking and I'll challenge your beliefs. I will say, "Do you know that you have this belief?" And when somebody basically mirrors to you that you have this belief, you go, oh, I didn't even know that was there. I didn't even know that was there. So if you don't acknowledge this belief, you're never going to be able to change it. So that's all we did. I challenged her. I challenged her beliefs. We changed the beliefs, and she was able to accomplish everything. Like in the 4 weeks, her husband was helping with the dishes, the dishwasher, the laundry, watching the kids, which is something that he would say babysitting. And I'm like, hell to the no. Hell to the no. That's his kids too. So their relationship changed drastically. Um, but she was working in her masculine, which is another whole conversation, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will dig up that. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Ellen. Yeah, it was awesome. I don't think I've done Reboot since then. Because Reboot takes a lot of my tension as well as yours, right? Reboot is oops. Can you guys still see me? I'm saying it's saying that I have an internet issue. It doesn't look frozen. Oh, it's been a minute. You can see me? You can hear me? Can you see me? Can you hear me? So, yeah, Reboot was one of those programs where it's really in depth and um, you have to really want it, is what I want to say. Like, it's not for somebody that just is wishy washy, which is not people that I typically work with anyway. Hi, Sheena. Hi, Sheena. Haven't seen you in a while. I do see you on Facebook though, and I see you guys got snow. We have no snow. Yeah, it's one of those programs where you have to want to change your life quickly and be willing to do the work. If not, it's not. You're wasting your time and my time. That's what it is. So, you guys that are new, I am talking about limiting beliefs and how they affect our lives because I was talking about a client of mine that thought he was stupid for over like pretty well 50 years and had his first session with me. I proved to him that he wasn't stupid and he read Think and Grow Rich in a week and I understood the material. So, that's how powerful our thoughts are. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Amazing. And there's a delay, a beautiful, beautiful delay. So this has been fun. I've been on almost an hour. All right, so I'm going to let you guys go. And if this was helpful, please let me know. And if not, oh well, somebody else might like it. All right, so thank you all for joining me. Thank you. And I will be live more often, I promise. I promise. And I will give you guys a heads up. And Vicky challenged me to go live on YouTube, so I think there's a way to stream YouTube to Facebook, isn't there? Yes, Ellen. Uh, oh, Diana, thank you. My lives are always fun. Thanks. Yes, Ellen, watch the replay. It was really good information and stuff that I kind of had a breakthrough as well. So it's always good. I'm always willing to learn and I'm willing to be the teacher as well. So I think that's a good combination. All right. I love you all and thank you. Thanks again for joining me. Mwah.